Hello everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Sakshi and in this session, we are about to discuss daily current affairs as on 6th August 2020. So before beginning, as I always introduced you with SSB Crack Exams, if you're preparing for defense examination sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, you can always visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also download a mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start with the question of the day. And your question was, what is a time capsule? Okay, so the answer for this is, the time capsule is a container of any size. It can be of any size or it can be of any shape. It is a container which accommodates documents, photos and artifacts typical of current era. All the documents and photos which can tell you about the current era, about the current scenario, and all these things are buried underground for future generation to unearth, right? When the future generation they'll come up and when they'll unearth the time capsule, they can know about the situation of this particular time. So time capsule is built using special engineering techniques like steel or aluminum encasing, vacuuming, or use of acid-free papers. So it can be of anything. And mostly these time capsule have scheduled time for reopening. And by reopening, we can add the new information and the contribution of the time in the time capsule. And after that, it is supposed to be buried again after the reopening. So there are total 10,000 to 15,000 time capsules worldwide. So what is the importance? So the importance is, it is a method of communication with future people. And also it is supposed that it will help archaeologists, anthropologists or future historians in knowing about the past human civilization. So when we talk about the time capsules in India, so in India also we have time capsules. The one time capsule is there outside the Red Fort, which was placed by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ji in 1972. And there is one at IIT Kanpur campus, and this time capsule was buried in 6th March 2010 and it contained details about IIT Kanpur only. The other one is at Alexandra Girls English Institution, Mumbai. It was set up in 19th century and it is scheduled to be opened in 2062. And there is one more, and it is at Jalandhar's Lovely Public University, and it was buried in January 2019, very recently, and it contains 100 items that represents modern day technology in India. So you can see how these time capsules can be useful. And there was a rumor that Prime Minister is going to bury a time capsule in Ram Janmabhoomi as well. But the Ram Janmabhoomi Trust has cleared that it is just a rumor and they are not going to bury a time capsule there. Now moving ahead to the first news of today. So Tourism Ministry has inaugurated Denzol Golf Resort project in Mizoram. So the project, it has been virtually inaugurated by Union Minister of State of Culture and Tourism, Shri Prahalad Singh Patel ji. You need to remember these names, right? For your examination point of view, they can ask you who is the Union Minister of State, Culture and Tourism. That is why every time I emphasize on these names and on these ministries, right? So the project, it has been implemented under Swadesh Darshan scheme of Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. So this particular Denzol Golf project, it has been inaugurated. You need to remember where it is, right? So it is at Mizoram. So the project, it was sanctioned under Integrated Development of New Eco-Tourism. What is eco-tourism? It is a tourism which is ecologically sustainable and it is under Swadesh Darshan scheme. Okay. So a total number of 92.25 crore was sanctioned for it, and out of which 64.48 crore rupees was sanctioned for various components at Denzol only. So this is all about this particular news. You need to remember which ministry has inaugurated, what is the name of the golf resort and where it is. Now coming to the next important update, Swachh Bharat Kranti. It is a book. Okay, it is a book launch and it was launched officially by Union Minister of Jal Shakti Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji and Union Minister of Textile and Women's and Child Development, Irani ji, both have launched this particular book, and basically it is a translated copy of book Swachh Bharat Revolution. In English, it is known as Swachh Bharat Revolution, and in Hindi, it is the Hindi translation is known as Swachh Bharat Kranti, which is recently launched. So by the name, you can guess that this book is about the journey of Swachh Bharat mission only, and it has 35 essays which are majorly arranged under the 4 pillars, and these 4 pillars are: first one is the public financing, second is political leadership, third is partnership, and fourth is participation of people in the mission. And these particular compilation of essays are written by various famous personalities such as Arun Jaitley, Amitabh Kant, Ratan Tata, Sadhguru, Amitabh Bachchan, Akshay Kumar, Bill Gates, and among others. So for your examination point of view, let's revise what is Swachh Bharat Mission. So it was launched on 2nd October 2014 on the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji, and it is implemented by Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. In 2014, this ministry was known as Drinking Water and Sanitation, but in the year 2019, this particular ministry was merged with the Jal Shakti Ministry. Okay, so the aim for Swachh Bharat Mission is to achieve a clean and open defecation-free India. Now coming to the next news, United Nations has released a report on impact of COVID-19 on education and children. So United Nations, it has released its policy brief on the pandemic's impact on education. So almost 24 million children across the world, they could drop out or not have access to education or access to school next year due to the economic impact that we are going to face after the COVID-19 situation. So it will increase the disparities as well, with especially with the vulnerable population in low income countries. And under this, more than 1.6 billion learners will be affected across the world, and especially it is going to affect the young girls and young women, and they are likely to be disproportionately affected as the problems like child marriages and domestic abuses, they are going to increase as per the report. Under this, the world is going to face the 3-way loss. Okay, the first one is on the loss of learning. So under this, more than 2/3 of the countries have introduced a national distance learning platforms. But among the low income countries, the share of distance learning is only 30%, which is very less. So also apart from this, online learning is not accessible to the poor people or poor children. So it is a major concern. After that, the second loss will be the economic impact, the economic loss. So the loss might reach to $16,000 of loss earnings over students' total lifetime. Translating over time into $10 trillion of lost learnings globally. So under this, estimated 42 to 66 million children could fall into extreme poverty as a result of this pandemic. And the third loss is the increased gap. So the COVID-19 crisis is likely to increase the financing gap up to 1/3. Okay, so these are the concerns related which are related to the education, and particularly to the children education, and the report was issued by United Nations. Now coming to the next important update, 6th August today is observed as Hiroshima Day. So annually 6th August is marked the anniversary of atomic bombing in Hiroshima, and it happened during the World War II. And this particular incident, it took place in 1945, in the year 1945. So let me tell you a quick background that under this, United States during the World War II, it dropped an atomic bomb which was named as Little Boy. You need to remember these names. These are the questions that they ask in the examination. Okay, so the atomic bomb in the Hiroshima, it was named as Little Boy, and Hiroshima is in Japan, right? After this attack, it killed over 80,000 people in Hiroshima. And later on, after 3 days, another atomic bomb, it was named as Fat Man. It was dropped over Nagasaki, which is also in Japan only, and it killed over 40,000 people there. So the survivors of bomb attack, they are known as Hibakushas. You need to remember this name also. And since then, the day is remembered to promote the peace and spread the awareness about the danger of nuclear energy and nuclear weapons. So let me tell you some important facts about Hiroshima Day or this particular bomb attack. So let me tell you what happened. So during the World War II, the relations between US and Japan were not so good, and they worsened even during the World War II. So what US did, it basically wanted to attack the military production of Japan, and these two towns, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, these two towns were the main points of military production. Hiroshima was one of the army headquarters of Japan, and Nagasaki was the largest seaport in southern Japan. So these two important places were important, and that is why US attacked these two particular places. Second World War was active in 1939 till 1945. The atomic bomb, it was loaded with more than 9,000 pound uranium-235, and it was dropped by United States warplane. It was named as Enola Gay. Now guys, let me tell you the current COVID-19 situation in India. So as per 5th August 2020, the confirmed cases, the total confirmed cases are 19,08,254. The active cases are 5,86,244. The cured cases are 12,82,215, and deaths have reached to 39,795. So now let's revise this entire session by questions. So it is time for quiz. Try to answer these questions. So the first question in front of you is, Denzol Golf Resort is located at A. Manipur, B. Mizoram, C. Nagaland, and D. Assam. So the correct answer for this is Mizoram. It is located at Mizoram, and it is under Swadesh Dekho scheme. Now the next question is, Swachh Bharat Kranti compilation of essays are written by Akshay Kumar, Bill Gates, Arun Jaitley, all of the above. So the correct answer for this will be all of the above. All these dignitaries and amongst others as well have written these essays. Now coming to the next question, Swachh Bharat Mission launched on the birth anniversary of which of the following? Kasturba Gandhi, Vallabhbhai Patel, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru. So we discussed that it was launched on the anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji on 2nd October 2014. Now, next question is, Hiroshima Day is observed on which of the following dates? 6th August, 7th August, 8th August, 9th August. So the correct answer is 6th August. Now the next question is, United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima in which of the following years? 1995, 1945, 1955 or 1965. So the correct answer is 1945. Now guys, it is time for question of the day. So the question for you is, what is Swadesh Darshan scheme? We discussed this right today. So try to answer this in the comment section. We will discuss the complete and the detailed answer in the next session. Till then, you will have to stay tuned. I'll see you in the next session. Jai Hind.